Welcome back to Orlando, Florida. Puckett, Scott, and Sundance in the booth. We're watching the losers bracket finals between Classic and Final Boss. It's a best of 11, and we're now going into game number 7. Classic up 4-2 right now. And here we go, guys. Cannot wait for this one. It's the fastest game type on the circuit. Amplified Team Slayer. Scott, what are we going to be looking out for this game?
We're looking out for the duo of Victory X and Fear itself. If they can keep up their slaying power that they've been doing all tournament, they're going to win this game.
And Sundance, what are you looking out for from Classic?
I'm looking for Classic to bounce back and for them to be overpowering again. I think Ghost right now needs to be in the driver's seat and really guide his team through his play, not through his guidance, but actually by putting up big numbers.
All right, we'll see if Ghost can do what he did on Construct here on Amplified. But right now we are watching Victory X, the player who went most positive in game number 7. And guys, let's listen in with Final Boss. It seems like they have a little bit of momentum going in their favor after that last game, and Victory's shot, it sure as hell is on.
Run red couch, red couch!
Soldier, one hit, blue one. One hit, blue one, soldier. Pink one. Pink one, under you. Take one shot, two stairs, I hope.
And two inbound center, two inbound center.
Under your base, Justin. Blue one, one hit. Bumpy two.
Nice. Got your back over here, Tom.
Couch.
We got two. Tom, where is he?
Oh, he's
Spawn here.
I know. Big one, kids. Soldier's weak, level 2. Two more level 2. Left two, red 2. Red one.
6 weak on pink.
Run red. Shot.
Red pink, one shot.
Good shot, blue pink. Blue two's one. Front of blue. Good shot, blue pink. Nice one, go 2. Good shot, blue pink. Dead. It's two of them. Good shot, blue pink.
There also. Two go two. 2 weak. Stock 6, 1 8, go 2. Wait up.
Good shot. One shot, blue fence.
One shot, go 2. Ghost.
Bottom mid, pink one on me, Tom. Tom, turn around.
Miami still go 2 1 8.
Pink one on me.
I got
One shot. Good. Blue 2 also. Last guy's behind me, blue 2. Stay alive.
I'm coming.
Bottom mid.
One shot. One in pink one.
No, bottom mid, weak.
Blue pink, 2 of them weak. His last guy's there. He's there. He's blue.
Red 2's one on me.
Red car right now, Ghost. In the box.
Pick one red. Red one weak. Red one shot, Jake. Jake's weak, red one. Good shot. One shot, red car, Jake. Push up. I got Jake.
Red 2. This is long red 2.
Red 2.
Blue pink.
Help out.
Go two.
Red pink tower. I have help here.
I'm shooting go 2.
Blue street, blue pink weak.
I missed goal 2.
Blue pink weak, Tiz.
Hold on, weak.
Is he weak? Where's he going?
Two.
Nice play.
No one went in the base. Good job.
I'm out.
Blue 2 to
Take
pink.
one in blue couch.
Blue 2 to
Nice.
pink. I only one shot, gold sign.
Blue gold sign. 1 in.
Blue pink. Level 2 hitting me.
Somebody shoot that blue 2 guy.
Blue 1 weak, Jake. Level 2, come gold. Weak. Nice.
Ayami's front of the base, 1 hit. Ayami's pink 1 hit.
One shot, blue pink tower.
Pink 1 hit.
Gold one. Inside gold one.
Jake, one shot, one bottom middle. One shot, blue couch. One shot, blue couch.
Nice.
Gold 1 was 1 hit, Jake. He's there, gold 2.
Front of blue.
Blue couch, I have help. Couch, top middle.
Top middle.
Small blue 2.
Bottom mid, weak.
Pink 1 to Zoxic. Go 2 1 hit.
One shot.
One shot, bottom mid.
Boogie, Tom, on your fence.
One shot, bottom mid. One shot, bottom mid, Tiz.
Go
2 full shields. Find the weak one.
Bottom
Bottom.
middle, 2.
2 guys, gold 2. The weak. One gold. 3 guys,
Ayami's
gold.
running
One shot, bottom
gold
mid.
2.
One shot.
Where? Your tower, one shot.
Above you, man.
Your tower, weak. Weak. No, he's one shot now. He's one shot, red 1 now.
Blue gold flanks, Justin weak. Blue gold flanks. You guys gotta get an angle.
I got nade on. Coming up, pink 3 maybe.
They're pink tower.
You got blue pink 1.
And we are back from the Astro. Listen in. Final Boss started off strong, and guys, they haven't let off the gas yet. 34-26 at this point. What have we seen?
Well, the difference between this and that Pit TS game is that when they opened up strong, but they maintained that. That Pit TS game, as soon as Classic got a team kill on them, it seemed like they fell apart and they started to run around, not use their team shot. Right now, they're working together, they're communicating really well, and they're feeding off of each other, which is key. This game type, there's nowhere to hide. You can't overextend and expect to get anything done. You got to work with your teammates.
And Scott, what I've seen out of Final Boss is they've been keeping people high, whether it's second level or third level. They haven't been running around on the floor nearly as much as Classic has, but Classic is narrowing that gap. It's only a 6-kill game now.
Yeah, but you see, the difference is if you have elevation, so if you have top control, you're going to be able to put more shots around the entire map. Whereas if you stay low, you can only see a certain amount of area. So So the higher you are, the better team shot your team will have.
And it seems to be paying off. 41-34. Ogre 2 on top of all players with 14 kills. Victory right behind him with 12. And really, it's been Ogre 2 and Victory who have stepped it up in the last 2 games, Sonny.
I love seeing this out of Ogre 2, Puckett. This is exactly what we expect from him. This guy, one of the most famous players in the history of the league, and for him to be leading the charge, couldn't be more happy for him, couldn't be more excited for his team, because that means that the sky is literally the limit for this team, because when they click, they're going to be dominant.
Ogre 2, a 2-time league MVP and best overall player of the year, back in the H2 days, doing work now in Halo 3. But right now we're watching Victory X. It's 44-40. Final boss still not easing off the gas here. And they just continue to rack up kills, but they're trading with Classic, and I'll take that because they're just 5 kills away, guys.
Yeah, but look, Classic's still close. Only a 3-kill spread right here. They will not say, well, 4-kill spread. This is just too quick to call.
3 guys for final boss, all on the pink side of the map. You see Victor X sitting back, blue watching their back, and now he gets the gold 2 call out there. 2 kills away, 1 kill away, and Tots is putting fires out on players at gold, and Fear itself is flanking him from behind. There's Ghost Yami. He's dead meat. That's game over. So checking out the stats here, Fear itself comes in with +5, dropping 15 kills, only 10 deaths. But the real story of this game, Ogre 2 and Victor X, both with 14 kills, 13 assists for Ogre 2, 11 assists for Victor X, and Victor X only had 7 deaths. That's a +7 in that game, Sonny.
I like your math skills there, Puckett. Yeah, final boss definitely, they showed us something right there. They didn't let off the gas. They didn't, when the game got close, they stayed aggressive. Their team shot was terrific. And now it's a 4-3 series. They're right back in this, Puckett.
All right, so it's 4-3. We're gearing up for game number 8. And let's take a look at the map, guys. It's Construct King of the Hill. Here it is, Construct King of the Hill. First team to capture 250 seconds of hill time will win, or the team with the most time at the end of 15 minutes. There's the sniper that comes up every 2 minutes, 30 seconds down low, and the rockets that come up every 3 minutes up top. But Scott, the thing we'll be looking for both teams to try and control is the overshield at the very bottom.
And I expect Final Boss to be on top of it. They're always in control of the power weapons on this map. And this is one of their better game types, in my opinion, just because when they have control, it's very hard for the other team to break it.
And if you remember, just last match, we saw Classic take on Instinct in this game type. And Instinct, they got off to a huge lead. But in the second half of the game, Ghost Yami really turned on his game and brought his team back within 20 seconds at one point, Sonny.
Yeah, this is a game type you can't sleep. I mean, a lot of people, you know, the bottom hill, it can be a backbreaker for people if you overextend, but you can't ignore it. The other thing about it is, like, you know, we've seen teams get themselves back into games by just trading time up top and getting enough time down low, you know, to win a series or to win a game. So right now what Classic needs to do is they need to play the way they played that last series, the second half of the game. They need somebody to be leading the charge, you know, be that Slayer, be that guy who's providing cover fire while they rack up time. Because as Scott said, Final Boss still has that setup team mentality, even though they're playing a little bit more aggressively this event.
And I have to say, I am totally impressed with Classic in the start of this game. It's the exact opposite of what we saw against Instinct. They got up top. They got all the power weapons. Ghost Yami opened this game up with a 7-kill spree, and they have a 27-8 lead to show for it. And the best part is, Tizoxic is down low. He was actually getting hill time, and I was about to praise Classic for being able to stay alive up top, but Fear itself have a big double kill there, Scott. I need water. I can't talk.
Well, it's pretty exciting up here. But you know what? Again, the thing about it is, like, you can't get too down on yourself. This is a long game. This is a grinded out game type. You know, we're not used to seeing a team get out ahead as far as we saw Instinct get out ahead against Classic last time. Typically, you'll see 20 to 30 second chunks of time being traded back and forth. So what you need to do is you really need to temper yourself. You need to plan out your hills. Where are you going to make your push in relation to power weapons and to power-ups? When are you going to extend yourself? We've seen teams give up time while they're waiting for rockets or overshield. So the beginning of these games is really a little bit of a chess match in terms of what a team is willing to do in order to get themselves set up towards the end of the game when there's less and less time to be had.
And we're jumping on board with Soldier 187. He had the overshield down low, picked it up right at, looked like 12:58, so that'll be the next one coming up at 10:58. And then he was able to come up the close lift, picked up 2 kills in lobby, and now we have Classic with complete top control. You see Tizoxic sitting in that hill. Ghost is watching back, open gold side, and we just had Chig taken out on close street. Final boss now coming up the lifts. They just came up open, and all of lobby was open for them to come up. Scott, what is Classic doing?
Well, one of Classic's members died, but then Soldier 187 got the call out from Ghost saying there was a guy in Sword, so he wanted to go to underneath Rockets so that way Ghost could help him out. But instead he got shot from close street and was taken out by whoever it was in Sword.
All right, well, we have Tizoxic picking up a double kill. He is going to save the day for the team there. That big double kill is going to scare all Final Boss back to the bottom, and now you see them with a great setup. You have Soldier actually watching the closed purple, and the open purple is watched as well. So Victory X, Fear itself coming out of Sword. Soldier doing damage to both players. Meanwhile, that bought Chig enough time to grab these rockets. He has no shield, and he's going up against Fear. And he jumps off the purple, somehow staying alive, and the rockets are going to go up close. Is there anyone to catch him?
No,
it looks like no one is over there. So the first player to get the closed purple is going to have a treat for him. But it looks like all 8 players right now fighting for that hill. And it looks like Fear itself finally making that move. Let's switch over to Fear and see what he does with these rockets. He's going to pick up the kill on Soldier 187. The score 81 and growing to 19. Final boss really not taking advantage of the hill time here.
Yeah, they've got, again, the thing you don't want to do is let that other team get too far out ahead because, there's only so many hills to grab time in. I mean, we still have 11 minutes or so left in this game, so there's plenty of time. But before you know it, they're going to be scrapping for time. You don't want to put yourself in a situation where there just aren't enough hills left for you to regain the lead.
And we have to give props to Soldier 187. He was right back down there to time that overshield. He's got to look out for the rockets, though. Fear itself is hunting him, and a great use of that rocket takes down all of Soldier 187's overshield, then pick up the assassination for the killing spree, and he's not done shooting. There's Ghost, and there's another kill. He's on a 6-kill spree. Final boss starting to heat up, and so is Victory X. He just got a double kill down low, and now he's in the hill.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say, Puckett. And while all this is going on, they're getting time. They're starting to claw away at that lead. That's exactly what they need to do.
So Fear firing down on Soldier. Victory is going to clean that one up. And here's that duo you were talking about, Scott. Even though Fear's up top and Victory's down low, they're still working together.
They still work. That actually works out better because then Victory X can tell him if he airs up the purples, and then Fear itself always has his help down low. So it's actually better to do that.
And we just switched over to Tizoxic. He has a difficult name. And he's coming up the main ramp, and Tots is just staring at him in the hill. Tizoxic having to back down. Final boss. I love how scrappy they are right now. And you'll notice the player doing it. First it was Victory, but now it's Tots.
Yeah, again, Classic just can't get Final Boss out of the hill.
And while Tots is going to be taken down, Ogre 2 stepped in that hill for a minute. And now he's going to charge O2, scare off a few players. And just as Ogre 2 left, Victory stepped in. These guys have been working on their objective game types in the offseason, guys.
Yeah, without it. It looks like they're cycling guys into the hill. Whoever's got a couple of shots on him is in the hill. Then he's replaced by somebody else who helps him clean up kills. They're just, they're gotten themselves right back into this game. And also, more importantly, they've gotten their confidence level back. So now Classic got off that early lead. And, if Final Boss had let them get too far out ahead, then they're going to be scrapping. They're going to have to change their play style. And luckily, for Final Boss, they're able to get themselves a little bit closer to avoid that.
And now with Instinct, when we were watching them earlier, they all seem to be charging you at once. Final Boss, their tendency seems to be more of the bait and switch, Scott.
Yeah, the bait and switch actually works out a lot better in my opinion. When I played, I always preferred the bait and switch. When you run together, it kind of gets a little chaotic, but the bait and switch, it takes a lot of communication is the thing. Like, I got you, your shields are low, just step back. So if you have the communication for it, definitely go with the bait and switch.
And Soldier 187 right now has his 3rd overshield of the game, and he's directly above Ogre 2, and he's about to get a delicious back smack. And Ogre 2 outrunning him. Ogre 2 the sprinter, and check out the evasion moves there, Scott.
Yeah, and this makes Soldier have to give up on him, and Ogre 2 still keeps the power weapons out of Classic's hand.
Tots charging into the lobby. Soldier 187 is going to be taken down, but meanwhile, Ghost Yami is sitting pretty in that hill. He was the last member alive, and he's going to be taken down. Chig comes off the respawn back gold. Let's see if he can spawn his teammates up top.
Fear's in the hill, and he just had a killing spree.
So Fear with his 2nd killing spree of the game that we've seen, maybe more. 115 to 98, though. Still just a 20-second game, and Final Boss is back in that hill. 3 down for Classic. You see Chig running back sword, and Final Boss is going to look to shut the spawn down.
You know what the thing is that I'm definitely seeing is, like, in order to execute a bait and switch really well, you've got to trust your teammates as well. If somebody calls something out and it's not correct, or if you don't see the guy, if the guy's moved, you can't lose faith in what's being called out to. You have to trust your teammates. You have to listen to them, because the second you stop acting immediately, you lose all the effectiveness of the bait and switch, and you're overexposed, and you're pretty much at the mercy of the other team. It looks like Final Boss is communicating a lot. They seem more energetic than we've seen them in previous seasons, the last 2 seasons at least, and it seems to be working.
And this top hill is about to move in 10 seconds, but I have to give props for Classic on their ability to take over the top once again from Final Boss. While all Final Boss was setting up for the spawn back sword, Classic spawned down low. They came up the purples behind Final Boss. Tizoxic had 2 great grenades, which opened up a double kill. And now this is the first time that Final Boss is going to grab the overshield. But Final Boss still at the bottom of the map after Classic cleared him off up top.
Yeah, and I like the aggressive player. The Tizoxic going down, even though he didn't get it, he did. Now they know what Tots has it. They know where he was. Classic doing a good job. Again, this is the real deal, folks. Classic is not a team to sleep on. They're skilled, they're communicating well, and they're playing well.
And really, if you let Final Boss win this game, that'll be 3 straight, and the score will be all tied up 4-4. How important is this game for Classic to get back in it, Sonny?
Well, I definitely think that Classic can't afford to let them go on a run right there and win 3 in a row, because every time Final Boss pulls one out and strings it together, they're able to say, this is our series. We're better than them. We were cold the first game because we just moved to the main stage. You can't do that. Psychologically, it's incredibly important to be able to bounce back right here if you're Classic, because Classic does not want to put themselves into a situation where it's a race and the first to win 2 games takes the series.
150 to 139. Final Boss taking the lead in the game. Check out the score, guys. I'm happy for the blue team. And Fear itself, nice job of putting shots on players from the rocket, dropping down low. He was looking at the hill, but he was taken out by a great snipe from Chig, and Chig was working for that triple. Half-second late there on Tots, but that's 3 straight kills for Chig, and he just no-scoped Ogre 2 there.
I'm going to tell you what, I was watching Chig, I was pointing to the screen. He's the key right now. He's the guy right now who seems to have the ability to swing this. He is really got to be the guy that gets them going, because Classic right now, they're still in it, but they don't seem to have the same edge. Ghost is doing everything he can, but Chig's shot has got to be spot on, especially when he's got that sniper rifle, because he's going to be the game changer in this one, it looks like.
Chig, of course, he was the player that got most of the attention back at our national championships, most of the recognition for his incredible sniping, as well as just solid battle rifle throughout that tournament. It's been pretty good this event, not as good as we saw it at the championships, but he has had flashes of brilliance. But we're going to jump back on board with Fear itself. He just cleared out the close purple, and he's got 1 sniper shot to work with.
And the smacky.
And he's going to be taken down by Ghost Ayami, who has that overshield. And let's listen in with Classic. They're now trailing by 22 seconds. Let's see how they retake the lead.
They're not here. One shot, open straight. 3 dead. Last guy, 0-3.
Agree, further weak. Agree, it's 1 shot.
Do not die. 0-3, spawning.
I needed it. They're going for rockets. Watch rockets. I'm going for him. We're out of lobby. Go toss 1 shot, sword. I got him. Rock shot. Nice. R1 is sword.
What's the purple?
Go gold. Somebody go gold.
I'm here. Up over sword leg. Ogre 2 sword weak.
And close street.
Ogre 2 sword weak.
Close street to R1.
Up him out.
Down.
Where's Ogre 2
down. And C3.
R1, Joe. Under glass.
Come with me.
1 shot, Ogre 2. 2 shots. He's weak.
And C3 right now. Close door. Weak. 1 shot. Close door.
Let's go.
Last one. They're going to port up close.
They're still C3.
I'm out of rocks.
Alright, watch it.
That's sword. Don't die at gold. They're going to be our one.
Stay alive.
0-3.
Go close street.
3 and hill. 3 guys. Nice nade.
2 dead.
I don't see anyone.
Marcos, I'm
Top
gonna
goal.
do
Top goal.
Make your F sweet.
So we got top goal?
Yeah.
Help air gold. I'm in curious, VP. I'm in close, Marcos.
Two open, 1 shot. Ogre choose 1 shot. Ogre choose 1 shot going to hill.
Got him.
Nice.
Three days.
Milk.
Find me. Top gold.
Let's
Top gold.
go. Last guy's fear.
Watch my screen. He still came out.
1 shot, top goal.
Still there. Still peeking.
1 shot.
Still peeking.
Y'all spawned in gold, man. It's all top gold.
Open it. Nade open it.
Open hill.
1 shot.
Another one open. Don't die, Eric.
They're right out top. Fear Self 1 shot. They're all weak in hill. Fear Self 1 shot. Open street.
Toss
Fear
1 shot
Self.
of 3. Toss 1 shot of 3. 1 shot. 2 dead. Still in.
Lobby going R1 open side. I'm looking.
Get nerd mark.
All right, guys, that listen in brought to you by Astro and Scott. We listened in with Ghost Ayami as he picked up the overshield 2 minutes ago. Now he's got another one, and Classic went from being down 20 seconds to leading by 6 seconds. What'd they do?
Well, they got control of back gold, which is very important for that top hill. And by doing that, if there's the last person alive, Ghost Ayami did a good job at staying alive, and that forced final boss to come to him, and then they were able to air up the purples behind him and regain control.
You know, but I don't like what he just did right there. He grabbed the overshield. He went directly towards the hill. There were 2 guys for final boss there. Overshield did nothing for him. If he'd gone around the back of the map, maybe got up gold, he would have had a better POV to put some shots on final boss. Too aggressive right there, and ended up costing them a chance to maybe get some more time. They're up 13 seconds now. Who knows? They may have been able to go up by 20, 30 seconds.
I couldn't agree more with you, not to cut you off there, Chris, but the overshield's very important to regain top control. Coming down to the wire right now, there's 2 minutes left in the game. You need this top control because the hill moves in 40 seconds.
And you know, Sundance, it wasn't just 2 guys shooting at Ghost. He had 3 guys crapping on him with that overshield. That disappeared in seconds, and the barrels blew his crap up. Right now, though, we're watching as Chig is heating up with that battle rifle. As you said, Sundance, I've been watching his screen especially. When his shot is on, Classic starts to perform, and now the rockets are coming up, and I'm expecting him to get a little bit of help here from Ghost Ayami. Got to give Classic props for staying in that hill as final boss is worrying about the power-ups.
Yeah, because that's what it's going to come down to. There's not much time left. There's a minute 15 on the clock right now. It's about a 40-second lead right here. Like they've got to get all the time they can. Ghost has now got the rockets. Let's see what he does with them. But this is what Classic need to do. They need to be able to crap on final boss right here in order to close this out. But final boss again, keeping it close.
And Todd's going up that lift as Ghost Ayami misses the rocket. And now he's going to be able to spawn his teammates up by closed or in lobby, but Ghost is going to be hunting him. There's the rocket. It's a pucket rocket. Barely does any damage to Fear. Fear's going to stay alive, and now Ghost is going to die at R1. That is going to be a crucial missed rocket because now final boss is going to have a little bit of momentum, and you're seeing as Tots is in the hill grabbing time. 38 seconds left on the clock, and they need 20 seconds.
Now, Final Boss has top gold control, so this is going to be very important for Classic to air up the purples and not go up gold, or else they are just going to get sandwiched.
And Ogre 2 is actually jumping from the rocket spot to the open ramp, the opposite side of the map from the hill. Crucial mistakes by Final Boss. They just gave up the game here, guys. Chig is back in the hill. I have no idea what Final Boss did at the end of that game.
All I can guess is that they stopped communicating and they didn't have an understanding of who was back to give them some coverage to get into the hill. Because they were in a position to win that game at the very end right there.
Wow.
Shocking.
So just when we thought Final Boss was going to win 3 in a row, they choke at the very last second. Fear itself having a phenomenal game, dropping positive 17. And Ghost Ayami, Dr. Construct, doing big things once again. He put up plus 14. That is going to do it for game number 8. Classic now in charge of the lead once again, 5-3. We'll be back with game number 9 after a short commercial break.